It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday morning. I'm David Stroud here with Scooter Scott Callies.
Whoop, whoop.
How are you, sir?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Peachy Keen.
Peachy King. I like that.
Haven't heard that in a while, have you?
No, I haven't. Peachy King.
Don't think I've said it in a while.
There you go. It's good to have you back.
Good to see you.
How was your day off from us yesterday?
Well, it's moved to Monday now. Oh, you mean like just
away
not
from
being
us.
here?
Away from us.
Oh,
yes. I knew you had to work at
Okay.
your other job.
Okay.
The other job.
The other job.
Yes. But now I see you got the shirt to match the hat.
I've got the
you're
shirt
moving
and
up.
hat.
You're
Well,
moving up in the world.
I don't always wear the shirt on the show, but this is the one we've got. And we found out yesterday that we'll be rebranding finally to Blue Compass RV in September, October.
Woohoo!
So
It's coming.
here in about 60 days probably. We will have all the signs changed on the outside and people will no longer be confused. Because we have this system, that helps with our customers, put in their information to, help you remember. And when you send out a text or when you opt them into text, because we have to ask you if you want to opt into text and you say yes, and they click a button and it sends out, thank you for opting in texting with Blue Compass RV. Well, if you don't know that we're Blue Compass and you get that text, you think it's some other RV company.
I get it. I get it.
And it happened the other day. Somebody put in a lead on a RV, and Sheldon, one of the sales associates, had sent an email, and it said Blue Compass in the email, but also at the bottom it says the website Great Escapes RV. So, if you'd looked over all of it, but anyway.
Yeah.
So
They saw the name and was like,
Yeah.
oh, wait, this is somebody different.
And so opted in for texting, sent the text, and the Blue Compass threw them off. So they didn't respond. And they came in and ended up talking to Mike, another sales associate, and they're like, yeah, we've seen it online and we put in for information. He goes, oh, did somebody respond to you? And she goes, no. And he goes, really? And he goes, you didn't get an email or a phone call or a text or something? And she goes, well, I got an email, but it was from some Blue Compass, and then a text, and it was from some other deal. And he goes, that's us.
Yeah.
We are Blue Compass. So it's been, we thought we were going to be at the beginning of the year, but when you got 100+ stores, that's a lot of stores.
It takes time.
Yeah.
You're talking about changing all the signs, all the branding. Every
Everything.
store is going to take some time.
Yep. So, but our turn is coming up next, and then, then it'll be the other way around. When we start answering the phone, Blue Compass RV, they're going to be like, I thought this was Great Escapes.
Yeah, that is going to take a while.
Yeah, a couple years probably.
Yeah.
So, but that's why a lot of the stuff that I do on social media has both, or it has Blue Compass, so that people started getting used to it, just the people that know me. So,
yeah, put Blue Compass RV, Great Escapes, and have them both listed there.
Both.
So they're putting them two and two together.
yeah. Yep.
Still going to be a mess.
It's still going to be for a little bit.
It'll be better in the long run, and I get why they're doing it. Mm-hmm. So there's one branding across all the stores, and no matter which one you stop at, you know where you're at, you know who you're supposed to be going to.
Yep.
But it just takes time. It's going to be a mess making the transition, but within a couple of years, things are going to be a lot better.
Yeah, it won't be a thing then.
It'll be a lot easier for people that are looking for not just you guys, but if you're traveling and you're looking for Blue Compass RV, oh, here's one down.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right. Anyway.
See, that's smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Oh yeah. Got to bring them all together.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Very good. Well, I guess we'll start the show.
We probably need to eventually.
Roller funeral.
Before we do.
Oh, good morning, Gigi.
Good morning, Gigi. How are you this morning? Hopefully you're having a wonderful, wonderful day.
Right.
You will have a wonderful day today, Gigi.
Especially if you stay indoors.
Yeah, it's going to be hot. So
it's going to be real hot.
Don't be doing any gardening today, Gigi. Bad day for that.
Maybe go out to water them real quick and then right back in.
There you go.
Very good.
All right, now we start the show.
All right, Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. They have 29 in the state, one in Memphis, Tennessee. We sure do appreciate them in our time of need when we lose a loved one. We'll pause now for the morning prayer. Dear Lord, I just want to thank you for everything that you've given us. Thankful that I'm here today. Thankful that my family's here today. We appreciate you watching over us, and we hope that we're doing right by you as much as we possibly can. We know that we've got some division going on, and we're trying to bring people back together. With your help, I think that'll be reachable. Please watch over our children as we come back to school August 16th. Have people watch out for them on the side of the roads and getting on the bus. And as always, watch over our first responders and our military, those that put themselves in harm's way for our freedoms. This I pray, amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. Give them a call at 870-425-2161 and ask them about pre-need service. It's always good to have your plan in place for when it's your time. That way your family's taken care of, and they will take care of everything. They are professionals that have been doing this a very long time, and you go in there and set everything up. Maybe you need a payment plan. They'll set you up on a payment plan. That way it's all paid for, and you lock in the price of today instead of in the future.
That's a big difference.
Big difference.
Big difference.
Think about my dad when he set it all up 30 years ago. And
what he paid then versus what would have to be paid now is amazing.
And it was locked in. Everything was set and paid for. So think about that and give them a call, 870-425-2161, or go see them. They're up on 5 North. As you round the curve by Walker Road, you'll see the biggest American flag hanging in the sky, and that's them. Just pull down inside there, and they'll be happy to talk to you about that. And with that, we'll go ahead and take a break for Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
Welcome back to the morning show. Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team. Maybe you're visiting the area and you're thinking, I just want to talk to somebody a little bit more about what it means to live here.
Yep.
And what
the
real
things
estate's
that
going
they
for.
have and things
Yeah.
there are to do, and they'll be happy to answer any question that you got.
Exactly. Give them a call, 870-405-0793. Relatives you'd recommend to a friend, we recommend them to you. And Linda will be more than happy to talk to you about this area.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what they do. That's why their customer service is so high, is they will take the time to explain the area and what we have to offer, things there are to do. You know, they want to make sure that this is the right fit for you. And
Exactly.
they're going to walk you, good or bad, they're going to tell you this is how things are here.
Exactly. Very good. Let's take a look at the White River, brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team. This is Cotter, Arkansas, the horseshoe bend of the White River, brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora in the way of their website and their video cams they have on the back of their house. You can go to retiredarkansas.net where you can find this beautiful still shot view of the White River. You got a little bit of smoke.
On the water.
Very nice. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, you can give them a call at 870-405-0793. And you can also find their listings, the MLS listings, at retiredarkansas.net. And like I said, you can find these camera views. Really cool when there's a lightning storm going across the sky. I've checked that out multiple times. And a snowstorm when it's snowing. It's just amazing. It's absolutely beautiful down there in Cotter, Arkansas. If you've never been, you got to take a little trip down there. Got a great place to eat breakfast. And then it's going to be really hot today, so maybe enjoy the Cotter Spring, icy cold water. There's a rope swing.
It'd be a good day to jump in it.
Oh, buddy, man, I'm
You'll
telling
be hot
you what.
enough for it.
And when I'm out at Great Escapes walking outside, I might just jump in the truck and head down there.
It's
Beautiful.
cold.
It's cold. It's really cold, but it's invigorating. You know, you refresh, wake you up. I could dive in it right now.
I have not been in the lake or anything this year.
I have not either. Isn't that a bummer? And it's been down.
I know it's been beautiful.
It's just been perfect. I mean, what are you going to do, right? But we have done the river, and I guess that's enough for this summer. You know what I mean? We've had
You can
quite
do some swimming in it.
Okay, yeah. Float around, feels good.
White River's a little cold, but where you Buffalo and all that.
Norfolk.
Yep.
Go up into Missouri, and we went to Blair Bridge down to Tecumseh. The spring with the waterfall, the dam, the little man-made dam they got there, so nice. And you know, all that vegetation has grown back when the storm came through and wiped out the bridge that one time, and it wiped out all the vegetation around that. And the last time I was up there, it was just flat, and you could see straight to it. And now it's all grown back up, and that's what's cool. I mean, I tell you what, Mother Nature will prevail.
There you go.
She will prevail. Very good. Well, like I said, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, give Bob and Linda Zadora a call, 870-405-0793. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend, and they definitely can help you if you're looking to sell your home here in Baxter County, but not just Baxter County, also up in Missouri. They're licensed in Arkansas and Missouri. So maybe you've got a little piece of property up in Gainesville. They can help you sell it as well. Look at that amazing view. The rainbow, that's a rainbow bridge down there at Cotter. You can see the little pavilion. Oh, it's moved. Never mind. Beautiful view. Let's take a look at the weather, brought to you by the Z Team. Go ahead and start this radar gun. There we go. And Mountain Home at 79, Harrison at 81, Batesville at 82, Yellville at 79, Marshall at 75, Salem at 77, Mountain View at 75, Calico Rock at 79, West Plains at 77, Springfield at 78, Poplar Bluff at 73, and St. Louis at 72. I can't believe it's cooler up in Missouri than it is down here. National Weather Radar shows quite a bit of activity running through the central part of the states. You can see from Nebraska all the way over to South Carolina, West Virginia, and parts of Georgia into Tennessee. Look at that. That's a big storm right there going through most of the day. It looks like 1 o'clock. Yeah, it doesn't dissipate. But Arkansas, we'll go ahead and zoom in here. You can see south of St. Louis rolling through Illinois and Kentucky down into Tennessee. That looks like a pretty good storm rolling through.
I'm glad it's not rolling through us.
Yes. Looks like northern part of Arkansas, southern part of Missouri is in the clear. We'll move on to watches and warnings, and as you can see, heat advisories and excessive heat warnings all across Arkansas, southern Missouri, over into Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Tennessee, Mississippi. It's going to be really hot, as you can see right here. Look at this, 102 for the high today. But if you work outside, please take breaks and get in the shade. Drink lots of water. Tonight, partly cloudy, then a slight chance of thunderstorms at 20%, low of 75. What a difference that it goes from 102 to 75. Friday, we got a 30% chance of thunderstorms, high at 95. Friday night, we got a 20% chance of thunderstorms, low at 74. Saturday, 50% chance of showers, high at 93. Saturday night, chance of showers at 30%, low at 70. Sunday, 40% chance of showers, high at 87. Sunday night, 30% chance, low at 68. Monday, we got a slight chance of thunderstorms at 20%, high of 82. So it looks like, spot showers throughout the weekend. Pollen count today. Tree pollen is none. Grass pollen is moderate. Ragweed pollen is low. Norfolk Lake water levels at 556.52. Level is 4.52 feet above full pool. And there was no generating report, but we figured they're shut down. Bull Shoals Lake water level is at 658.75. They're pretty much at level, and they're generating 1. That is a look at your weather, brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Go to their website at retiredarkansas.net for their listings, the MLS listings, and a plethora of information about the Ozarks. I know, right? I got to use it. It's such a good word.
It is a good word.
Give them a call at 870-405-0793. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend. And they want to see you in the grocery store and you go, hey, there's Bob and Linda.
That was our realtor.
Exactly.
That's what they want.
Very good. We'll go ahead and take a break now, and we'll come back with some community news brought to you by Mower Warehouse of Mountain Home, Arkansas.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road, where your business is appreciated.
Going on now through June, up to $500 off select mowers at Mower Warehouse, with no money down and payments as low as $89 per month.
Have you ever?
Welcome back to the morning show. Mower Warehouse sponsors our part of community news, and if you're looking for a mower, you need to go by and see them because they have a great selection. Stand-up mowers, zero turns, push mowers, you name it, they've got it.
They do. They got mowers, I mean, stacked end to end from the front to the sides to the insides to, it's just amazing how many mowers they have over there and a variety from the big commercials. They got the commercial stand-ups, and I want to try one of them one time.
Definitely.
I've done the commercial zero turns. I've got a couple of them, but the big stand-ups would be pretty cool. I want to try one of them one time, but they carry, if you ever go in there, there's parts everywhere. They got parts hanging on the walls. They've got parts in back. They got a huge warehouse. They carry parts for most brands that are out there. So if there's a part you're needing, rather than waiting for, order it online and waiting a number of days to come in, check them first. They may be able to save you some money and take care of you. They also service anything that's out there.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter the brand. They will take care of you. They'll get you serviced. I know we've talked about, and this is the first time for this month that I'm bringing this up, but they extended their rebates.
Very good.
So that was a heck of a deal, and apparently for the manufacturers it's went really well, so they decided to extend it. But yeah, there's major rebates on a lot of their mowers, and I'm talking like $500 off. So they're big rebates. They've got 0% financing, no money down financing. They can take care of you. They can get you in a mower without you being broke in the process.
I know, right? Very good. Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, Arkansas. It's located at 17 Fulbright Drive, right there at Buzzard Roost Road, just down off the bypass. You can give them a call at 870-701-5222 and go to their website at mountainhomemowerrepair.com. They're also setting up a new location over there by across the street from Brenda's Country Cafe. In the process of remodeling that store, and then
that'll be a nice location.
It will be right there on the highway, on Highway 62 East. So you can drive by there and already see mowers sitting outside. It's very cool.
Yep, they're remodeling the whole thing, so it's going to take some time, but it'll be nice when it's done.
All right. And in community news, well, we'll start with this because it's getting closer and closer. August 12th at 6 p.m., the Mountain Home Fire Department versus Mountain Home Police Department charity ragball game. It'll be at the Mountain Home High School softball field. There will be pregame festivities. The Bounce Houses and the Nick Reed Band will be there. All money goes towards 2 local charities. And
more importantly, I will be there.
You will be there. Very good.
Yes, I got to defend my money.
You got to watch that. August 12th. That's going to be really cool. And we have Bomber Fest coming up August 11th at 5 p.m. there at the high school. You know, that is a lot of fun. If you've never been to Bomber Fest, get to watch the game. It's going to be a good time.
And it's more than just the game. Bomber Fest, they've got vendors out there. They got a big cooking contest. So much food galore from one end to the other.
Yeah.
A lot of little games that they're playing. And it's like a little festival. They do have the football game at the end, but it's just kind of bringing the community together and just getting ready to fire things off.
It's going to be a good time. You should check it out. And then the Mountain Home Gridiron Club is having their annual steak dinner at the Shed. That'll be August 12th. So maybe you don't go watch the softball game outside. You want to be inside, you can do something at the Shed. And, you know, everything goes towards the Mountain Home Bomber football program. And that's a good cause. We got a great coach in Coach Airy.
Yep.
And so this year I think is going to be great. They've set up a whole new system for the kids that are starting out in football, and Cannon just started his first practice the other night, and so a lot of kids were there, a lot of groups, you know, a lot of coaches. I think it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's going to be real good. And so this weekend, tax-free weekend for back to school. Weekend shoppers in Arkansas and Missouri will see state and local sales tax exempt on items such as clothing, electronic devices, and school supplies. In Arkansas, purchases must be made between 12:01 a.m. Saturday and 11:59 p.m. Sunday to qualify as tax-free. Missouri's tax-free weekend begins Friday morning at 12:01 and will run through Sunday night. So in Arkansas, during the 48-hour period, state and local tax will not be collected on clothing and footwear if the sales price is less than $100 per item. Clothing, accessories, and equipment if the sales price is less than $50 per item. Schools or for school supplies, art supplies, and school instruction materials. All retailers are required to participate and may not charge tax on items legally tax exempt during the sales tax holiday. So clothing and footwear if the sales price is less than $100 per item. So you can't
What's
get
the 50 per item?
the 50 per item is the school supplies, art supplies, and, equipment, accessories. So, you know, shoes nowadays, we all know shoes
are expensive,
especially these kids. And oh my goodness, they're hitting
$100 bucks,
$150, $160.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess you're not going to get away with tax free on those.
No, up to $100 per item.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
But it does help them save, though.
Exactly.
I mean, it does.
Yeah. And we have a Night of Hope gala and fundraiser Saturday, August 5th at 5:30 p.m. That'll be at the Shed. Tickets are $100. This is by Hospice of the Ozarks. It's going to be a roaring good time. There'll be live music by Drew Axley Music. We'll have catering by Mershon Cakes and Catering. And beer by Raps Baron Brewing Company, wine by Judicious Spirits. That's going to be a very good time because it's the Roaring 20s. So
that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. And that's a good cause, Hospice of the Ozarks.
Oh, yeah.
You know, these events help go to, they're a nonprofit 501c3, so it goes to everything that they do there at Hospice of the Ozarks. It's very good. Very good. And I think that'll round out our community news. Brought to you by Mower Warehouse of Mountain Home, Arkansas. For all your mowing needs, go by and see them at 17 Fulbright Drive, just right next to Buzzard Roost Road.
There you go.
That's a look at our community news. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we're going to come back with our Sheriff, John Montgomery.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z-Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z-Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Visiting with Sheriff John Montgomery. How are you, sir? With the crutches over there.
Yeah, I'm making it okay. I've been called Gimp, and for those that may not know, I kind of did something stupid, and I fell off some scaffolding, and I broke my leg in several places, and so I've been on crutches, walker, etc., non-weight bearing, which has been the killer for 7.5 weeks, and hopefully I'm on the downhill stretch, but it made it difficult to get around. For the first 2 weeks, I had to depend on, or for 4 weeks, first 4 weeks, I had to depend on people to pick me up, take me home, because I don't know why the doctor wouldn't let me drive. I mean, it's just my right leg, so.
Oh, yeah, you can use your left.
You got another one.
I got another one. That's sort of my thought. But I did. I got released to drive 3 weeks ago, and of course, obviously, that's a freedom in itself. But being able to go, it's just like the quorum court was last night. I mean, be able to drive yourself and not have to depend on people. And but I'm making it, and I'm very thankful. Like my accident could have been a whole lot worse, and so.
I got to tell you, though, I would change the story. It wasn't scaffolding. I was rock climbing.
Well, I was climbing, but yeah.
You just changed climbing from scaffolding to rocks, and we're all good. No. But it's good that it wasn't worse.
I know. And I had a very good friend send me, of course, it's somewhat depressing. When you realize you're just kind of stuck. But a good friend said, just look at it this way. God may have prevented something worse from happening because of that. That's sort of sobering. Different events that obviously can't go to, and things like that. And so I don't know. I'm trying to keep a good attitude, and physical therapy, of course, is kicking my butt.
Right.
So in fact, I'm going to use that as an excuse because I had physical therapy yesterday. Why I'm a little late today. Because
so we don't take excuses. It's
okay. If you say so. Well, it's good to see that you're up and around. I tell you what, I've knocked on wood earlier that I haven't had any broken bones, but I've seen my brother get squished by a mobile home and break his back, and luckily it wasn't where he was paralyzed. He's up and around, but he'd get nuts and bolts, and he just showed me that nuts and bolts that's in his leg now, and I tell you what, that's scary.
Well, it is, and I've been fortunate. I've had knee operations basically because of sports, and I think 3 years ago I had a knee replacement. But this is the first broken bone I've had, except when I think I was 2 or 3, I had a broken collarbone. But other than that, that's it. And I've been fortunate, and again, it was just something really stupid, and my friends have used that because when they catch somebody doing something, they'll say, "Don't pull a John Montgomery." So so maybe I'm preventing somebody from getting hurt. I don't know, but anyway, again, I'm thankful, and my staff has been tremendous. I missed a week's worth of work, but they have, they've stepped up and kind of helped me get around, and little things like carrying a folder to the courthouse last night. It's not easy to do. So, but anyway, everything's great.
Good. Well, how's everybody doing at the sheriff's office?
We have had a very busy summer.
That's what I've read. Yeah,
and it's just the number of calls that we answer for service has just increased, substantially year after year, and this year just seems like it's just even more so. And we're fortunate because over the last couple of years, the Quorum Court's allowed me to hire some extra road deputies, and so we went from 3 on a shift to 4 on a shift, which may not sound like a lot, but that's a huge difference. So, we're, in fact, it's kind of on that same subject. Back, I don't know, a couple of budget meetings ago, one of the Quorum Court members asked me, said, what do you need and what do you want as far as a long call? And I said, well, at the moment we're in pretty good shape, but I said, I can tell you, if the money is there, my goal is to hire 1 additional road deputy over the next 4 years.
To make it 5.
To make it 5.
Yeah.
And that's really what we need. I mean, this county, if you look at it, how elongated, from Clark Ridge to Big Flat, it's for public safety, it's for officer safety, because your backup, that deputy is typically not close.
Right. Yeah.
And so,
especially at 3.
Yeah.
If you think of trying to just do 4 points of the county on each side and the top and the bottom, and there's just not enough.
Well, then think, what if someone's sick or on vacation or gone to training? Now you got 2.
Yeah.
So it's again, that's the goal, and hopefully, I mean, revenues have been up and done well for the county, and their sales tax revenues are up again, and we'll talk to the Quorum Court, but that's the goal, and I keep saying if the money's there. I mean, but that would be the goal, and again, it increases the services that we can provide for the public safety, officer safety, all of that wrapped up.
Yeah.
On that same note, we had, I think, did you see the picture of the truck where the tree fell on it?
I have not.
Pull up the press releases.
I did.
Is that not, I'm telling you that God was with that deputy, because it bent the headrest.
Where's that? There it is. There we go.
And got,
Serious and deputy escapes potential. There we go. Oh my gosh.
So.
Oh wow.
Click on the pictures to try to enlarge, see if they'll enlarge.
There we go.
There you go.
So the story is this one that, let's see, a week ago, 10 days ago, whenever we had bad storms, and so we had, there was a tree down across the road, and deputy couldn't get there. By the way, that's the small end of the tree.
Yeah.
Couldn't get there with his patrol vehicle, so he stopped and got our truck, went up, answered the call. As he was leaving, another call came in, rode another tree down and up in the area, kind of the Oakland type area. And so the question was, is it in Marion County, Baxter County? And he said, well, I'm going to run up and we'll see. And so he gets up there, and the tree across the road was actually in Marion County. So he calls and says, I need to contact Marion County Road and Bridge. He turns around, and as he's starting to pull out, the tree falls.
Dang.
So had he not been inching forward,
yes, it would have got him.
And it actually bent the headrest on his seat.
Bet you he puckered up big time.
Well, those that heard him on the radio, I mean, could tell he was obviously shaking, and you can see.
Yeah, I would have been too.
Who wouldn't have been?
So the ironic thing, and unfortunately, as many miles as we drive, and as many calls as we answer and have to drive fast, I mean, accidents do happen, and we're very fortunate we don't have that many. And in this case, we had an old truck we'd had for years. We bought used drug money that we'd seized to buy it. And so it, I don't know how many miles, but it was just worn out. So the Quorum Court gave us some money. We bought this truck. I don't remember, year and a half ago or whatever.
Dang.
7,000 miles on the truck.
Oh. And it totaled it.
Oh yeah.
It's done.
Oh yeah. It's done.
There's
done.
There's no coming back from a tree that big.
So in fact, we just, I think yesterday we settled with the insurance on it, and now we've got to try to, and of course it's, even though we buy it what's called state bid, you still, what happens when you drive a new vehicle off of the lot. So
it depreciates.
It depreciates. So I think we've got a plan that we can get it replaced, because again, we're midway or well over halfway through the year, and so there's not, the money's not there. It's not like you have the extra money to go pay the difference. But we actually had another vehicle totaled in the pursuit that would happen, and so that between the two, we should be able to replace the truck. So
good, but not both.
Not both.
Not both. Yeah.
You know, it's a juggling act. And again, we're in better shape. And I'm going to say one more time, former Quorum Court member Gary Smith, I'm telling you, we were in such bad shape with our fleet. And a few years ago when he was on the Quorum Court, he said, I'm committed. We're going to figure out how to upgrade your fleet. And they have. And we're actually in good shape fleet-wise. I mean, unfortunately, you can't know that things like this are going to happen.
No.
But
no, it's just good that the deputy came out okay. I mean, truck's replaceable. No matter, you got to figure out how, but the deputy is not.
I know, and it's just we're very, very, very fortunate, and certainly God had His hand on that because, again, you look at that picture, and it's just
yeah. Well, it's 7:35. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll come back with more from Sheriff John Montgomery.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. We're visiting with Sheriff John Montgomery of Baxter County, and it's been a heck of a summer. It's going to be hot today. How do your deputies stay out of the heat if they can?
And I can tell you, it's difficult because when you not just, I mean, you think about it. You know, we are all coming and going in and out of your vehicles, and you know how hot it is. But when the deputies are, you think about it, you have an accident and it's serious, you may stand there on the hot pavement.
Yep.
And again,
and you're in full dress.
You're in full dress.
You got your
bulletproof vest on, the whole works, and you're standing there sometimes as much, 45 minutes to an hour. Fortunately, this community is so awesome. I hear the stories all the time where the deputies stand there trying to direct traffic and somebody come up and hand them water out the window or something to that effect. And I'll tell you, we've got other citizens, we had very dropped off a big bunch of Gatorade. I mean, for the deputies. One of our own quorum court members took it upon herself to drop off a bunch of frozen popsicles.
That's nice.
That we keep downstairs, and so when they get in, they can do that. And so that seems like a little thing, but it's number one, it helps the deputies, to cool off and to stay hydrated. But it's a morale booster too, for them to know that there's
somebody
people out
cares.
there that cares out and understands how hot it is, and so
that's nice. We have a great community. I love living here. We were talking about that the other day. We wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
No.
I just can't see it. I can't ever see moving out of Mountain Home.
No, I love it here.
Yeah.
I mean, I say you can always find faults here and there, but if you put the whole thing together, the quality of life that we experience here in Baxter County I think is second to none.
Definitely. Very good. Well, we've got back to school coming up August 16th, and so I'd just like to remind everybody, and I'm sure you would too, to watch out for the littles.
Watch out, that brings up an interesting point. So obviously, be patient, going to work, going home from work, watch for school buses, watch for kids. I mean, because kids are kids, and they're going to, be horsing around and whatever, and so be very, very cautious. But number two, this is a big thing. The law is very strict for passing a stop school bus. And in fact, I believe it's mandatory you lose your license for a period of time. I mean, so it is extremely serious. And where a lot of people don't understand, when that stop sign goes out on the school bus, you have to stop. So we have 5 lanes going east and west, Gassville to Henderson. It doesn't matter.
You stop.
You stop. So even if you're in the opposite direction on the far lane, when that stop sign goes out, you have to stop. And a lot of people don't realize that, and that's the law. And so, and the other thing is you can't use your phone in the school.
School line.
So if you can't be sitting there waiting on your kid and be on your phone.
You got to be paying attention, even sitting in park. Yeah. Pay attention. And you love the school line the first couple of weeks of school. You got to expect that every year people are just getting back into the rhythm of it, and it usually takes a couple of weeks. So, getting mad and beating on your steering wheel is not going to help. Just give yourself extra time. Leave 10 minutes earlier, because the first couple of weeks it's like they forget what it's like. I don't know. And then you change schools. Cannon's going to Pinkston now, and you got to get used to a new school and how that line works. And, it's just a part of it. So, but yes, please stop for all school buses no matter what, because I'm glad you talked about the 5 lanes, because I've seen people thinking, I'm way over here and the bus is way over there. It doesn't matter. Most likely the kid is not going to be crossing all 5 lanes of traffic.
Well, they're actually not going to be.
They're not.
But
you still,
by law, have to stop.
Please stop. I mean, it's just, think if it's your kid getting off the bus. Even if they're going to the same side of the road, you still want to stop just in case. So
that's exactly right.
Yeah, very good. The last time we spoke, you were doing the system upgrade on the website.
Everything is up and running except the warrants. And we did, and of course I get asked this a lot, did any of the upgrades have anything to do when the hackers hit us? And the answer is no. The upgrade had been done, and so we upgraded our software. The software, I believe the sheriff's office had purchased was before I became sheriff, so I think it was like 2003 or 4 or something. And so while you've got many upgrades, this was a major upgrade.
Yeah.
And so in the software, well, the data all had to be converted, and that all happened and was done. Well, then the hackers hit, which is what caused us to have our inmate roster and warrants offline for a period of time. Once we got back into it, because new code had to be written, because all computer language, all that coding was different now. So all of that had to be rewritten. So we get our inmate roster online, and when we do our test, and we tested that for several days to make sure that it's as accurate as we can possibly make it. Well, we discovered that during the data conversion, the warrant data didn't get converted correctly. So now, again, understand we're talking about on the computer. We obviously have the hard original paper warrant, which is what we have to go by anyway. But because of that, we've really had to go back from, almost recreate
Scratch.
every single thing.
Oh my gosh.
And then again, we're busy, and so it's not a matter of I can just devote 3 or 4 people to do that. And so we are close, and I get calls almost daily, want to know when the warrants are going to be back online. I don't want to give a time, but we are very close.
Sure.
We're down. I think we're about to finish up. What do I say? Finish up that conversion, and then we're going to test it. To make sure.
You gotta put it through its paces just to make sure.
But
because you'll get calls if it's not working.
Exactly. But it's interesting. The warrants is, if you have a warrant, and I say in Baxter County, not Mountain Home, but the county warrants, it's online. So you can see if you have one, you can see if your neighbor has one. And 2 things that's interesting, because I think back a few years ago when we first put this online, we have a lot of people turn themselves in.
Really?
Yes.
They saw it on there?
Yep. Somebody calls and said, "Hey, you're on," and they'll come in and turn
and they
it in.
might not have known.
Correct. And then there's the turning in the neighbors, or the turning in exes.
That happens?
Yeah. So
I bet that's pretty high.
Yeah.
I bet you that's way up on the list.
But again, that's good because that helps us get those warrants served and.
Sure. And they need to be accountable. They've done wrong,
Exactly.
You do the crime, do the time, kind of thing.
I respect the ones that turn themselves in.
I know, right?
They see it online, or the neighbor tells them, and it's like, all right,
Well, it could be something simple like you get a ticket and you just totally forget about it. You don't go to court, you don't pay it, and then you get a warrant for that. And so it could be that, and they're just like, well, dang, I don't want to go to jail for that, and turn themselves in. And I'm sure you guys.
Well, there's a bond, and the judge sets the bond, and so typically in the scenario you gave, the bond is not extremely high, and so they'll post a bond, and then they'll be released, and then I'll go in front of the judge and explain
what happened.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not paying on fines. The court system's pretty, I say, reasonable. If you're putting forth an effort and you make phone calls if something happened, hey, something's coming up, they'll work with you. It's just those people that just ignore you, ignore the courts, and don't do what the judge says. That's where the issue is.
Yeah.
So, and again, I go back to, the district court. Basically, that court system, that's where your traffic tickets and your misdemeanors and small claims, they handle most of that fine collection themselves. On the felony side, the circuit court fine, the sheriff's office handles that, and we do that by law. Okay, and so again, same thing. We're going to work with you. It's just when you ignore us because the judge gives you an order, and most cases, the vast majority of cases, are pled out in courts, which means there's a plea bargain, and so there's a plea statement where that person signs saying, I agree to.
Exactly.
And then the judge orders that. So it's kind of a double whammy. Not only did the judge order it, but you signed a piece of paper saying, I agree to this.
Exactly.
And
then
when you don't, then
consequences. We're coming to get, we're going to find you. It's 7:48. We're going to go ahead and take another break, or the last break, and we'll come back with more from Sheriff John Montgomery.
If you're looking for something wonderful and delicious, head on over to Paradise Cream for a homemade ice cream experience. With over 20 flavors like German chocolate cake and sea salt caramel, it's always homemade and delicious. Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. So whether you like it in a cup or in one of their homemade waffle cones, you're in for a wonderful dessert experience. Located in Mountain Home next to Ramada Inn, or at their Harrison address across from Pizza Hut and Castle Rental. Let Paradise Cream cater your next event, because you're on your way to paradise.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road, where your business is appreciated.
Going on now through June, up to $500 off select mowers at Mower Warehouse, with no money down and payments as low as $89 per month.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. We're visiting with Sheriff John Montgomery. And during the break, Scooter is talking about the computer systems that you're getting closer to installing them in the cars. You're just waiting for the docking stations, but that's good to hear.
We're getting much closer, and so, you know, people were shocked when they found out we didn't have computers in the cars. But it's a cost factor. Mm-hmm. It's about, I don't remember, $6,000 to $7,000 per car. And you go, what? I can buy a computer cheaper than that. Well, it's not.
This is not your normal computer.
No, and there's, you got to be, it's got to be somewhat heavy duty because the car's bouncing, and there's docking stations and actually printers in the cars, and there's driver's license readers, and there's a lot to it. And so we got a grant for 17 laptops to outfit 17 cars, and it was a matching grant, and our Baxter County Sheriff's Foundation stepped up and paid the match. So that's how we're getting them. So laptops are in, they're being programmed, and hopefully the docking stations, that's been the holdup, and hopefully they will be here shortly, and we'll get those installed and get to work.
That'll be great. You guys will no longer be in the Stone Age. It just surprised me when I found out that they didn't have them, because I thought every cop, everywhere you ever saw, had those inside their cars.
Yep.
Nope. Yep. But you will.
We will. We're getting there.
Very soon.
Getting there.
Getting there.
Just take time.
It is. So it's a process.
So you were getting ready to ask me, what do you want to talk about next, weren't you?
Pretty much. I'm out.
Okay.
This was the last thing on my list, and
okay. So pull up the website, if you would, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Far right-hand corner. Animal control.
Okay.
Click on that. So we've talked about it before, but back on June 1st, the Sheriff's Office took over animal control for the county.
Yes, sir.
County Judge Liddy approached us and asked us to take it over. There had been lots of issues with animal control. In fact, it had been shut down. So we agreed to take it over. We've hired 2 animal control wardens, Sarah Hewlin and Casey Stone, and I'm telling you, they are fantastic.
Excellent.
And so the animals come in. Now, unfortunately, we've only got so much room, and we obviously can't take more than we can hold.
Yeah.
But if you flip on that and scroll down, these are the animals that are currently there, and they're up for adoption. And we've adopted several out. In fact, Saturday, Sarah Hewlin was out at an event and adopted two at that event. So we encourage you to go. At the top of that page was kind of the rules that talks about what we can do. We can't just go pick up a dog or a cat. If the owner is known, we're not allowed to pick it up. Okay.
Yeah.
With the exception of a vicious dog, and then there's certain rules that have to apply to that. But again, we're here. I think things have gone well. We've had to, unfortunately, we've had to spend a lot of extra money because the office was run down. In fact, we had to have exterminators in there. They were catching rats every day.
Oh, wow.
So
dang,
we had to do a lot of work in the shelter, but we've got it up and running. I know they were actually putting some sheetrock back yesterday in the office to try to finish that up. The biggest problem we've got right now is our animal control truck, the truck that we actually use. It's really old, got lots of mileage. It's been, let's just say it's been in the shop every week for the last several weeks. So they just picked it up yesterday.
Did you fix one thing and then something else rears its ugly head?
And there's, I don't know. It doesn't have to be a new vehicle. We're going to have to look at something.
Update. Yeah,
it's
have
just
to update it.
But we're making it, and
is this a truck that you got to change the bed?
Well, we actually have a bed. If we had a 3/4 ton that didn't have a pickup bed on it,
yes.
In other words, we had that, and it needs to be really 4-door because of some of the equipment we haul in the back seat. If it didn't have a bed, we just basically pick it up and set it on.
Put that on it, yeah.
Of course, obviously, it had a bed. You'd take the bed off and put it on. So, but it really needs to be a 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive. I mean, that's what's needed.
Yeah, with the area that we have, you'd be able to get out back in the sticks.
But again, I think things have gone well. Occasionally someone will complain because if we're full, and I can't.
In which case, they need to come to the website and scroll down through and adopt one of these beautiful pets.
And we've got some rescues that we're working with. I know there's one of the older dogs is actually headed to Colorado next week.
That's awesome.
So we're working very hard, and people ask me, said, well, is this a no-kill shelter? And the answer is no. I will tell you, euthanasia is the absolute last resort, but I cannot say that it's off the table. Because again, we're trying to provide a service to this county.
Yeah.
And so we've got contracts with the cities. Every city except one. They decided not to participate, and that's okay. But all the rest of the cities in the county pay us a fee, an annual fee, and I think it's worked out. Well.
Sure.
And so we've learned a few things. I mean, it was new to us. We'd never run an animal shelter before.
Right.
But again, Casey and Sarah have done a tremendous job, and not only getting the place back up to par, but again, they care about the animals, and so we're very fortunate.
Very good. It's going to be good.
A lot of animals.
You guys have already got quite a few in there. A lot of cats.
And they've already adopted some out. So
oh yeah, we've adopted several. I know. See, we adopted. Well, I know we adopted 2 cats last week.
Good.
I mean, just to the same person. I mean, they wanted a pair of cats.
Sure.
And again, the event last Saturday was a dog and a cat was adopted. So
cute. Well, very good. Hopefully, every one of them gets adopted, and you don't have to.
Yes,
do the worst.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So, but it's like you said. If nobody does, and they've been there for a certain period of time, there's not anything else you can do. If you're full and then you can't take in more and you're getting calls, I mean, what do you do?
Exactly right. And the community stepped up. I mean, we've certainly not asked for the community's help. I mean, not like we're sitting here, but we had somebody gave $1,000 to the animal shelter last week, I guess it was, and then occasionally here's 100 or 200 that people come in and say, I want you to take this. There was a dog that we picked up, and the guy said, it was a stray dog, and we picked up, and so when they picked it up, the guy sat there and said, here, take this, help run the shelter, and gave us $200.
Awesome.
And so
very good.
It's expensive.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you coming on. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Well, it's a pleasure to talk to you.
Glad to see you're getting around.
Yes, sir.
All right. You all have a great day. Thank you for watching. Be back tomorrow with Bob Rechtenwald and This Week in Sports, I guess. With sports is coming back up. And Bob Zadora with This Week in Real Estate. You all have a great day.